massive smile on my face. I've come up to see the honeybees. It's about 10 degrees. I've just come to check their feed, and certainly not opening up their hives, and they're all out flying, all of the hives. So that's such great news, and I cannot wipe the smile off my face. What a great sight that is. And that's all 5 hives are looking like this. And this isn't housework. These girls, they're out foraging. Fabulous. They've eaten all that fondant up. You can see it. So I'm going to replace that now very quickly. Here's the one I'm going to replace it with. Just going to cut a hole the size of the hole in the crown board so that they can get in there. Oh, hello, sweetie. Sticky little critters. There, you can see the hole I've cut there. That'll go above the hole in the crown board. Now, get my smoker really going, because they're up there. I want to do this quite quickly. I want them to go down. There we go. Bish bash bosh. I'm matching this hole up with the hole that's in the crown board. Like that. Boom! And these few girlies here, I'll shake out these few girls in front of the hive. There we go. I call that a boom moment. The girls are out flying, and I can now relax knowing that should the weather take a turn again, they've got another lot of fondant on top of their hive. So let's put them back together very quickly, and job done. So I know I've said this to you before, but I'll talk you through it if anybody's not seen my videos about feeding the bees. This is called an eek. It goes on top of there, and that gives the space for the fondant icing, and then the crown board that goes on top of that sits nice and snug, and yeah, just an extra bit of insulation really. On top of that, I put this. I use a thermal outer casing. It does work for me. It keeps the hive nice and dry. Now, at this point, I am going to heft the hive before I put the heavy roof on. Need to lift that off a bit. That's lovely and heavy. That's great. So, all of the bees have now gone from there, apart from one little girl who's going back in to have a check. Make sure she hasn't missed anything. Strap this down, always make sure that's nice and tight. Put the roof on top of that. And then I've got this massive chunk of concrete, which really is very heavy, which I put on there. Lovely. I'm still up at the apiary, but I'm behind the hives, which is why I've been able to take my hood off, because the bees, they don't come behind the hive. They're too busy looking at what's out there, and they're not interested in me. So that's one hive checked, 4 to go, plus chalices, and I will let you know after I've checked all the other hives how many of them needed any more fondant icing. This is hive number 5 of mine. Lots of bees in there, not much food. I'm going to replace their food. It's hard with all the shadows, but there are all the bees. You can see how many there are. There's a little bit of fondant icing around that corner, and there'll probably be some in that corner, but the majority of it's gone. So I'm going to replace it with this new pack of icing for them. So just as I did before, I'm cutting a hole in this pack, the size of the hole in the crown board, which I'm going to place over the honeybees. There it is. You can see the hole is there. There we go. There we go, girls. As many of you come out, please. That's it. So I've smoked them back down there. I'll just pop this over here like that. Oh, look. It's Christmas all over again, girls. The girls that are in here, I'm going to put at the entrance to the hive so they can get back into their hive. I've just opened that up for them a bit, and I'll place them in front of the hive. So because there's some fondant left in that bag and there's still a lot of bees in there, I decided to shake them out and put them at the entrance. You can see they're going in. By the time I finish this inspection, they'll all be inside, which is great. Yeah, I didn't want to leave them out in the cold because they wouldn't have come away from that fondant icing. Now they have no choice but to go into the hive. Well, that was really good. 3 out of the 5 hives, absolutely fine. 2 needed the fondant, as you saw. Chalices, as usual, really strong. And now I've got to get myself back across this river. Thank you for joining me again. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you're a new beekeeper, again, I hope you may have learned something.